And we are live here at Mosport. Welcome on this Chicken Run Tuesday night. Little road course racing tonight for your enjoyment. And as an added bonus, is the car that you just saw disappear in pit lane. That is one of the greatest road racers we have here at FSB. Kevin Lewis is back. He's gonna throw down the gauntlet here for the rest of the FSBers to see who can run him down, folks. You can see we just finished up happy hour. Let's take a quick look at the running lineup. Start the race. The aforementioned Kevin Lewis is on the pole, followed by Jim Ray, owner, founder. We don't know if Jim is going to be able to complete a full run here, but he did have a very good qualifying effort, and followed by Pops, Doug Tevick, Milt Minter, who is my broadcast partner, so I'll be wishing him good luck tonight. And rounding out the order here, Sean Johnson, Guy Petra, Dog Palmer, Robert Bokum, Alan Myers, Troy, Webb, and Dean. Should be a great race.
Drivers,
we're just getting ready to go green. This is a great course. It has a lot of character, a lot of high-speed turns, a lot of hard braking. It's got about everything on here, and some guys probably aren't as familiar with this track as we would be with, let's say, a Watkins Glen or an Infineon, but definitely has its challenges, and it will be very interesting to see who can master that. Should be one pit stop in this race. It's 26 laps. Cautions are off, so if there's a wreck, got to get right back on that horse and keep going.
Your engines.
You can see a car rolling back there. Yeah, we're up on a hill here, and we're gonna have a short pace lap, not the full pace lap on the road course, and we're gonna be getting green flag racing really quick here. Pretty good crowd here tonight. You can see the fans in the infield all lined up, watching these guys complete their final parade lap. Pace cars in the pits, and we got green flag racing. Kevin leads it off, followed by Jim. Already a little separation there between the top two. Let's go a little back into the field here as Kevin leads them on this very first lap of the Chicken Run at Mosport. There we see the 69 of Doug Tevick, 99 of Pops. There's a heavy braking turn right there, and Pops locks him up a little. Oh, and Pops runs off a little, so and a couple guys are getting by him. A little side-by-side action there. And Milt gets by Pops as well. And everyone's settling in pretty nicely, it looks here. Field is strung out pretty quickly, which is expected here at the road course, with a little different abilities for each guy. Some are road course veterans, some are, you know, experiencing especially this track for the first time. So it will take a little getting used to. But as you can see, there's some guys here running tight. As we go back in the field, there's the Zero of Milt Minter. Pops right behind him. Guy Petra following Pops down into the turn. A little further back, Dog Palmer. Robert Bokum. Being harassed there by Troy. Bet you Troy likes that feeling, harassing Robert Bokum, who we all know is the oval master. Wins short tracks, wins super speedways, wins Pro Cup. You name a series, he's won a race. But Troy staying on him tight. You can see Allen struggling a little there on that. That's a tough corner right there. That's a first gear kind of turn there, and if you get in a little too hot, you slide right off. And that allowed the 83 car of Webb to get by him. And we're back to the leader, Kevin Lewis. Jim's still holding his position and kind of bird dogging them there. He's keeping them in sight. That's some stout driving there by our fearless leader. I'm very impressed. He is a road course expert as well in the league. He's run them all. Le Mans, 2.4 hour Le Mans. He's done them all. There's the 5 of Sean Johnson. He's got Milt on his tail. As Milt settles in here, I think Milt's going to give a challenge here to Sean in a couple more laps. I think they're all just trying to get the tires up to heat and just focus on not making any kind of silly mistakes here, overcooking a turn, sliding the brakes, and things of that nature. That's a pretty good battle. Pops has seemed to gather it back in after his little run off there on that first lap. And he's looking good. Sorry about that. Bumped it from live. But we are back live. And we continue to see Milt chasing down Sean, followed by Pops and Guy. It's a good battle there, a good 4-car battle. Move it over to a different camera angle now so we can take some different views of this great looking course, isn't it? Bridges, underpasses, big giant signs in your way. There we see Jim going by look like a lap car there. Let me check that out. You see the 83 of Webb. This might be strategy. There is one stop needed. He may be in the window here, so he's gonna take some fuel and tires, although it looks like he might have had some problems, and it looks like Webb is out of the race, folks. That's a tough break. Back to some racing. Here we see Sean. Let's check the running order here while we're enjoying these 4 cars battling each other since really the green flag has flown. And we see our running order there, the 81 of Kevin Lewis, 96 of Jim Ray, 69 of Doug Tevick, the 5 car of Sean Johnson, the 99 of Pops, the 151 of Guy Petra, and now the Milt is showing back in 7th. Looks like maybe Milt had some problems there. Let's see if we can find out what happened. Scrolls through some can reviews to get you some real feel of this road course. Look at that view, folks. That's a great view. Here's the look out front. Maybe Milt might be blinking a little there. I don't know if that's my feed or if that's Milt. But maybe that was the issue, that he dropped back a little. That's the slowest turn on the course right there, and they navigate it well. Little in-car. You can see he's really high RPMs. And we're back to our usual camera angle here, and then we see Milt trying to pick up those positions that he lost. And it looks like he was able to get by those guys again. Just quickly checked our running order again. There you see it. Here's a good battle developing between Doug and Jim for the second position. Another quick check of the running order there. It's actually fastest lap. And there's our running order. I apologize, that was fastest laps we were looking at. The 81, 96, 69, 5 of Sean Johnson, 0 of Milt Mintner. And you can see top 3 have separated themselves by about 5 seconds over 4th place Sean. But 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th are all still tight. And that's where the race is. And of course Doug here and Jim battling it out for the second position. Jim doing really well. 7 seconds behind Kevin Lewis, who has kind of checked out on the field again. Not a surprise there. As we go back, this is a great 4-car battle we're seeing here. They're all nose to tail. 5, the 0, the 99, the 151, they're all doing really well. They're fighting hard. But no reason to use up their stuff just yet. Plenty of laps left. This is only lap 9 to 26. Back to that second, third place battle. I'm sure Jim is seeing Doug in his mirrors, and got to be careful there as they approach a lap car. I believe that's the 101 Alan Myers. We'll follow this and see how you can get around the guy here at this track. It's not easy. As you can see, it's a fairly narrow racing track. But he's giving ground. He's taking the inside to give him room to the outside. This is a tough place to pass, and they both get through. Good job by Doug there. That was a little hair-raising. Not the best place to pass on that chicane there. Oh, and there you see Alan got a little loose coming out of that final turn. Smacked the wall, but keep going. No yellows here. But he might have some damage. He might have to get that checked out in the pits. Back to our leader. As you can see, he's got clear sailing. Let's just watch him navigate this course, folks. This is a treat to watch a guy that's this good. Yeah, he's been out. He had a new. I heard he had a wheel issue, that he had to purchase a new wheel. He's obviously done that, and he's obviously not missed a beat. Fastest lap, leading every lap so far, qualified on pole, and about a little over an 8-second lead in just the first 10 laps. So he's almost a second per lap faster than the field. That's pretty impressive. There's a lot of good road racers here, and it's just how good he is, folks. Kevin Lewis. Running those Dale Jr. colors in the 81. Looks good. National Guard. And there we see the 4-pack getting by Allen now, and that kind of split them up a little, and Sean and Milt are now battling for that 4th position. And let's see what Milt can do here. Milt is a great road racer. He's won a lot of road course wins here at FSB, and there you see Allen getting a little squirrely. He's off the track. Yeah, Alan's having some learning curve here, folks. That's what they call a learning curve. I feel for him, because I'd probably be right off the track with him. That's why I elected to broadcast this thing. But as we go back to this 2-car battle, that's a great battle here between Sean and Milt. I know Milt wants to get by him. I'm sure he wants to see if he can catch the 2nd and 3rd place cars. Sean a little wide into the chicane. Milt taking up not the preferred line there, and he has to check in back behind him as we complete another lap. That was a tough place to pass there. You really don't want to be side by side through that chicane. Big sweeper, a lot of runoff. You can get a good run there. You can go a little wide and keep the pedal down and not worry about any spin in there, because it's all paved. As you can see, these 4 cars did get around. They got it kind of split up, passing Allen, but now they've come back together. Looks like Milt might be a little faster here than Sean, but again, this is a tough place to pass. You have to almost make a mistake or let someone by if you really don't want them to get by you. And these 4 are fighting hard. And as we go back to the 2nd and 3rd place battle, as we see Jim going into the pits. There we see Jim Ray going into the pits. This is a scheduled stop. Everyone has to make one stop. Doesn't really, once you're in the window, fuel-wise, really doesn't matter. Perfect stop there by Jim. There you see the left sides are being changed first here, not in the traditional oval. Right side's going on. And away he goes. Great stop by Jim. And we'll see now. Let's check on Kevin, because we'll see when he's going to pit. And there we see Kevin Lewis. He has to come in. Let's see when he elects to do it. I'm sure he saw that Jim was pitting there. And you can see a little squirrely there by Dog, and Kevin elects to pit. That might have been a strategic move there, because Dog was a little squirrely. And instead of making a risky pass, Kevin dove into the pits. Hope he didn't speed. He took a hard, I guess that would be a right turn into the pits. And now let's watch his pit stop. Hits his marks. Left side's being changed. Look like maybe a little slow here on the right side. And away he goes. And let's see what happens here. He's back out. He's back on the course. And there's Jim. There's Doug. You can see that the 69 has taken over to second place. Jim came out in 7th. Everyone does have to make one stop here. Some guys have, some have not. Milt is in the 5th position, and as you can see, as the laps updated, 5 of Sean Johnson now is in the lead, followed by 151 of Guy Petra. Kevin Lewis came out after his pits in 3rd. He's looking good, and Jim about 9 seconds behind him, which is about where they were when they pitted. So maintained the position. And we see Pops now in 8th. Robert Bolcom in 9th. Dog in 10th. Yeah, and you can see some damage there on the 101. Where did his hood go? Looks like he went into pits and the crew had to tear that hood off. Not a big factor here probably. But that's not the prettiest looking car I've ever seen. There's the leader, current leader, Sean Johnson, followed closely by Guy Petra. These two are fighting for the lead. Sean into the pits. Guy elects to stay out. Guy will assume the lead. About 6 seconds ahead of Kevin Lewis. Make that now 2 seconds. As you can see, fresh tires and a great driver. He just made up about 5 seconds in that one lap, folks. That's good driving. We see Sean going into the pits, getting service. Right side's going on. As soon as those are down, he's gone. Good stop by Sean. Clean. Didn't slide over, didn't mess up the pit. See the 0 go by of Milt Mintner. Some guys still have not pitted, especially the 151. You see the 69 of Doug Tevick. He has pitted. He's in 5th. About 7 seconds behind Jim. So Jim was able, with that clean stop, to be able to pull away a little from Doug. And there we see Jim, who is now back up to 4th. About 10 seconds behind Kevin. And there's Kevin. Here's Troy in 6th. There we see Guy going into the pits. Kevin Lewis reassumes the lead. He gets some service. His tires are being changed. Once these tires hit, he's gone. Another good stop. Every stop that we just watched has been quality stop. Very impressive by these guys. And we're almost done with the cycle of pit stops here, I believe, folks, of the front runners. And once they all cycle around and cross the start-finish line, we'll see the standings update. Guy with a very solid run there. And you see Milt was able to get around Sean during these pit stop exchanges. We'll see if he can maintain that position. E10 with those new tires, you want to be ultra aggressive. As you can see, the laps are winding down. We're at 8 laps remaining, and it's go time for these guys now. And with those fresh tires, you're going to feel good. And as we cycled through, as we hit the start-finish line here, we can see Kevin is in the lead by 11.8 seconds. That's a comfortable lead. Jim and Doug are second and third. That hasn't changed, except the distance now. Jim comfortably in second. And then we have Doug, and then comfortably in third. And then we have the battle, folks. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are all there. And Guy goes into the inside of Pops. Ooh, there was almost some contact there. I know Guy's feeling good with those fresh tires. He wants to attack right now in every position that you can have an opportunity here on this tight course. You got to take advantage of it. And he tried there, but looks like Pops had other ideas. He said, "Not yet, young man." And as you can see, Pop getting a little squirrely there. He's hard on the gas. And these 4, you could throw a blanket over them. Good race in here. And we see Guy trying to take a look on the inside yet again. And again, they're side by side. And no, the guy had to back off there. Pops is driving very, very smartly here and keeping the line and keeping the car fast, and it's tough to pass. As they go up over the hill and down the other side, Milt and Sean and Pops and Guy still keeping the same running order. They're nose to tail though now. They're really tight. This is about the closest all 4 of them have been. And the laps are winding down. We have 7 laps remaining. Milt with a little blink here and there. I don't know. I don't think it's affecting anyone, but it's a little unsettling when you're behind someone and they give a little blinker there. But looks for the most part he's been fairly stable. It's a great 4-car battle. And we're going to quickly go through so we can see some of the other guys and where they're running as we see Guy take another look to the inside, but just too far back to make that move. Here we see the 69 of Doug Tevick in third. Jim in second. Looking good. It's nice and smooth. And our leader Kevin Lewis, who's in cruise control now. Here's the 108 of Dog Palmer. Dog's fighting it out. Here's the 17 of T. Roy. 18 of Robert Bokum as he completes another lap. The beat up car of Alan Myers. Gotta give him credit, that's probably a handful to drive with a lot of damage to that front end. And as we go back to the 4-pack of guys, get it, Guy Petra, guys, you'll catch on, folks. Tough crowd. He's still battling Pops. Pops is not giving an inch. You gotta like Pops driving. He's fighting him off. He's driving his race. He's keeping in touch with Sean and Milt. That's just some great driving by Pops there. I know Sean wants to see. He's looking. They're both looking. Guy and Sean are both looking when they have the opportunities to get to the inside. And you see Guy really using up that track. Milt going a little high there. Keeps it on the pavement. This is just a great battle these guys are going through every lap. It seems like since the green flag has flown, these four have just been battling it out through pit stops, and they came all back together. And as this race winds down, they're going to be finishing all together as well, unless a calamity happens. And you can see there, Guy might have had a little contact there with Pops in that slow first gear turn. But they all come out of it safe and maintain their order. And there we see Guy looking again to the inside here, but he just can't get close enough to get to the door of, or even to the rear quarter of Pops. Pops is driving a strong race. I know I said it, but I'm really impressed by his driving here with the pressure he's been under. Here we see the run in order with 4 laps remaining. Kevin and Jim first and second, Doug third. And those 3 positions, unless a calamity happens to any of them, are set. The real battle is between 4th through 7th, folks. So they will be extremely interesting to see how this shakes out as we have just 4 laps remaining. Here we see Sean taking another run at Milt. Milt's holding him off so far. And we see the running order has not changed at all. Well, I don't know what the heck happened there, folks. But Sean and Pops have run off. I don't know if that was a server issue or if it was just my system, but it seemed pretty coincidental. Remember, no caution, so those guys are going to have to scramble back. Let's check on Milt and yeah, those two have survived it. Milt in 4th. Guy in 5th. And there you see Sean now in 6th. And Pop's trailing behind him. And that's a tough break. We're gonna go back and check on probably the only battle left on the track here, probably between Milt and Guy, and let's see how that's going. And there we see the two are fairly close. The guy is trying to pick up that 4th position. That was a bizarre thing. It looked like the screen froze for a second, and then when it restored, Sean and Pops made contact, and both spun off the course. They have since fired it back up and got going, but they're out of this 4-car battle that was really entertaining for several laps. There we see Guy taking a look inside. Just not close enough to make that thing stick. But he's stalking him. Two laps remaining. Kevin with over a 20-second lead now. Cruising to victory. Jim and Doug, though, have tightened up. As you can see, Doug is just 3 seconds behind Jim. Here we take a look back from Milt's car, and you can see Guy bird dogging him. You can see Doug just has a glimpse of Jim there in front of him. It's like a dog sticking carrot here, you know, you dangle that carrot out in front of him and he's go, go, go. Running out of laps though. As you can see, we're getting a white flag coming up here. Good run by Doug. Just a great pit stop by Jim. I think that pit stop by Jim really was the difference between the two. Very impressive. And that's where you can gain ground here against these guys. You make a quality pit stop, you hit it just right, hit that speed just right, hit your marks, and you can gain some time, and I think that's what Jim did. Doesn't look like Doug's going to be able to catch him in this last lap. But a good run for the top three, Kevin, Jim, and Doug. Back to the only battle left on the track, 4th place Milt Mintner and the 151 of Guy Petra are still battling it out here on the white flag lap. Milt doing everything he can to keep him behind. Guy looking for one little opening where you can stick that nose in under him. They take the slow corner there in 1st gear. Now as they accelerate out, Milt is maintaining his lead. Guy desperately trying to find a way to get around him. as we get into the final turns here. Guy closing up on the bumper. This will be his last chance. He goes to the inside. And as they cross the line, Milt gets him by about a car length. What a great battle to finish this race, folks. Just a great battle. Really give Guy credit. He got separated out, fought back after the pit stop, closed up on him. Sean and Pops had some contact, and Guy was able to take advantage of that and just maybe a lap short of getting by Milt there. Good job by Milt. Good job, partner. So this race is over. That was a great race. Exciting race there at the end between third and fourth and fifth positions. And let's recap the running order here for this race. And there you see it. The 81 of Kevin Lewis. Just a dominant performance by, like I said, probably the greatest road racer that FSB has. He wins by nearly 20 seconds over the 96 of Jim Ray, followed by the 69 of Doug Tevick in third. Good runs by all three of those guys. Doug was especially about 7 or 8 seconds behind Jim after those pit stops, and you could see he really drove the wheels off that thing unclosed to basically 2 seconds. So he picked up about 7 seconds after the pit stops. That's a great job by Doug. The 0 of Milt Mintner, 151 of Guy Petra, who battled basically since the green flag. And then the bad luck of the Sean and Pops, who made some contact and slid off the course. And then wrapping up the top 10, we got the 18 of Robert Bokum, staying on the lead lap. I'm sure that's he'll be happy with that. He was basically first time on this course, and to get a top 10 and to finish on the lead lap, that should be something he should be happy with. And rounding out the top 10, the 17 of Troy Knoll and the 10 of Dog Palmer. And then we see the rest of the running order. Allen finished 11th. And Webb, who had some motor problems. That's what happened there. He blew a header there. Cracked the header. Finishing in 12th. Well, folks, quick race. Fast race. No surprise who won. Some great battles there between Milt, Guy, Sean, and Jim. We do appreciate that for the viewing audience. And I really appreciated watching these guys go around the track, because this is a tough course. I learned a lot watching these guys. Got a rookie truck race coming up in the future here. So this was kind of like a practice run for some of the rookies. Of course, there was only one rookie in this one. So let's see if Allen can take that experience, even though he got roughed up a little tonight. If he can take that experience and put it together when he comes back to this track in a couple of weeks. Well, folks, I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you spending the time here to watch this race. My name's Greg Bernardo, FSBRacing.com. Come on out, check out the website, tool around, sign up, and get a free look, get to enter a few races, check it out, see if you like it, meet the racers. They're all a bunch of good guys, helpful, and I think you'll all be liking what you see if you're looking for a good quality sim racing series. Well, with that, I thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next broadcast.